Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we are going to go over the daily technical analysis update for uranium. Uranium it's one of my favorites, guys. It's one of my favorites. It's got a lot of room to move up. It is highly leveraged to the price of gold under a commodity type move. It is in the energy sector. Energy sectors are highly tied to inflation, and I think we're going into an inflationary period. I think that this sector is going to go bananas. Bonanza, bananas, berserk, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna do very well. It's highly leveraged. Highly leveraged means big volatility. Be ready for large volatility. The way that I handle the volatility, I get in it, comes down, I buy more. It goes up, I ride it up. I wait for that another pullback, comes pulling on back, I buy more. And then I try to time my purchases as best I can. No one's perfect. Sprinkle money in when it's down, hold on when it's up. That's my strategy. I will sell when the ratio gets expensive to gold. That's my exit point. If you guys like this type of analysis, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's dive in here. Let the charts do the talking and not enough of me talking. And again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. So here we go. I'm going to get that out of here. It's going to be a lot easier to see, I think. The chart's looking a lot better, guys. I really like how this thing came down. It's finding a bottom, and we're coming back up. Big buying pressure, small selling pressure, and another bullish engulfing pattern to break through this downtrend line that we have not broken yet. What does that mean? Why do I always talk about downtrend lines and patterns? This was a false breakout. Somebody's accumulating shares in here. His name is Finding Value. We have this downtrend line where we're going to go at it right probably next trading session or next week. We may have a little bit of a hitting our head on here kind of loop here, maybe, or maybe we can blow right through it. But downtrend line, we are right there trying to break out of it, and we got a bullish engulfing, which is lining this thing up to potentially try to break through. When we break through this pattern, we could have a big run. The run could be the size of this big old dude here. And what is this big old dude here? Let's throw it in here and see what we can get. So I'm going to yank this guy over here. It's going to do some shrinky maybe. And the projected move is from like $11 to $17.50 on this break, guys. So that's what that looks like, putting that in there. And we could have a very big move here. This is going to correlate to much higher prices of here. So this is probably going to follow the Sprott, I call it the Sprott price. The Sprott price, I'll call it. But this thing looks good to move on up. It looks very nice. URNM, it's following a similar path, broken down trend. I put the squiggles in here. It's kind of following the squiggles. We were up 2% today. It's looking pretty good on a daily candlestick basis. This thing on a big long term, it's not even really pulling out too bad. Let's go to the 5-year. Little pullback, bullish engulfing on the weekly. I think we're going to turn and head on up. I've got the little drawing there that I've had in there for a week or two. It's ready to go up. Little Banny on a weekly basis. Bullish, piercing pattern. These are usually the beginning of a potential move higher. Looking at a weekly candlestick, bullish piercing. That means that we could potentially use this as a bottoming point to turn on and go higher. Daily candlestick. Looks pretty good. Good buying pressure. So let's hope the pressure can continue to move on up. Little Govy. Little update today. Little Govy. Coming in, we got this little kind of consolidation period pattern moving up a little bit. Let's see if we can continue the move higher. Global Atomic. I just like saying Global Atomic. Downtrend, breaking on up, moving on higher. Good, strong finish for the most part on the daily candlestick basis. It looks pretty good. Forces. May the forces be with you. I'll take this forces. I'd be a buyer of forces. Coming in, bullish engulfing today, ending very strong, volume's okay. I kind of like it, guys. I like it down here. I think it's a low risk entry point. I myself would be buying. Pure Point Uranium. This is a Canadian exploration company. A little bit of a reversal pattern here, maybe. No, it ended down today. So it opened here and ended down. Okay. I'd wait. Let's see if we get some buying pressure come in here. Otherwise, it may head a little bit lower. Deep yellow looking strong today, up 2.12%. Nice, good candlesticks coming on higher. I suspect this would go higher. Paladin Energy got a 2.5% update today. What we're doing is we're playing with this upper end of this channel up here. We've got support underneath it. There's the support underneath it. I like it right here, right now, and I would be doing sprinkling like it's 1999, guys. Because when we start breaking out of this, it's going to get a nice, good run. And I mean, the price up here is $9.30. The price up here is $5.90, and we've got maybe some resistance in here at $1.50. I mean, this could move a good long ways, guys, and the volume's supporting it. Sky Harbor, looking at this guy, nice, good kind of bearish piercing pattern. Let's go to the dailies. Ooh, nice, good bullish engulfing right here, guys. Yes, I like it. I'd be a buyer right here. I would be doing a BUY for myself. That is not advice. You guys are going to have to take responsibility of your own actions. But if you make a lot of money, tell everybody that Finding Value Finance, it told you about it. Yes. Next Gen Energy. It's looking better, guys. Downward movement, a little less downward movement, and we're probably going to start moving up at some point soon. Canalaska, bullish engulfing. What would Finding Value do here? And I guess I would be referring to myself in the third person. Downward movement, double bottom, bullish engulfing. I would be buying it to move on up. I do a little sprinkle. Sprinkle. I like this one here at base load. Bullish engulfing, 2 small down candlesticks here. The buyers are starting to get control. I think we'll eventually head higher. Whoa, Fission 3.0. It looks more like a 12.0, 12% that is. Looking good, coming down sideways, looking like we're coming on up. Hopefully we can break through this resistance congestion area. I'm going to extend this through here. There's a lot of congestion through there. Let me see. God, these patterns are ridiculous, guys. When you get these big patterns like this downtrend, this is the base to launch from. Yeah, we could go sideways a little bit, kind of give you a couple scares, maybe a false positive test or something like that. But this thing, we could really get moving here if we can break through this little area. If we come back, I just use that as more buying opportunity. That's all I do. Look at Fission 9.3%. Looking good, right at support. Oh man, this thing looks good. I like the buying pressure off this thing. Very good buying pressure. What the heck is this? This was me doing some drawings up here, boys. Coming on up, looking good. Finish very strong. Way to go, Fission. I like it down here, guys. Do what you want. Do what you need to do. Camco coming on down. Looks like it's got a little bit of an update today. It's okay. It's okay. Kazatomprom breaking its downtrend, looking fantastic. It looks like everything's turning around. Kazatomprom looks good here if you guys like it. Peninsula Energy still in the downtrend. Looks like this is the laggard. Let it lag. Let's find some, let it get its feet under. Let's get its feet under it. And what I see here is a lot of wicks at the bottom. Usually a lot of buyers are down here. Would I be adverse to buying down here? No, I wouldn't. I'd throw a little sprinkle, maybe throw a little bit of your sprinkle in there. What? Boss Energy, bullish engulfing, little down day, nice big up day there. I mean, it's looking good. I mean, it's looking really good. On the month or weekly candlesticks, it looks okay. I'd maybe sprinkle some in a little bit. $1.35 would be a nice $1.37 or whatever it is right here. $1.35 would be a good spot. Lotus Resources. Let's get to the dailies. Yeah, it's breaking its downtrend. It's going sideways, doing everything it needs to do to put in a bottom. Uroy. I love Uroy. Here we go. Bullish engulfing. I bet you we'll see this turn around here soon. Again, a bullish engulfing means that the general underlying trend is going to reverse and move on up. Doesn't mean that every single day will be up. It doesn't mean that the next day will even be up. But eventually, these bullish patterns will work their way higher. Eventually, as long as the market conditions remain, decent. Encore Energy still looking okay. Small down days here. I would say, it's kind of just coming into this wedge type pattern. I'll draw it in there if you guys want to see it. And I'm cutting the tops off because I don't think they closed there, if I can remember. But there's a little wedge pattern. It's probably going to break to the upside, just like the African crew has done. UUUU looks like we had a little update today. It's still chopping sideways. I'd say it's starting to flatten out this downtrend movement to a sideways movement, which will eventually turn into an upward movement. And UR Energy is doing the same thing. Down, sideways, and then we're going to work our way higher eventually. Maybe we still have a little more sideways in it, but and we're seeing the same thing with Uranium Energy. What I like about this is we got two small down days and two big up days with a bullish engulfing at the bottom here. Bullish engulfing, bearish piercing, another bullish engulfing. The buyers are definitely down underneath here, and then we're coming on up eventually. That's my take on it. LEU, it's breaking the downtrend here. Two little small down days. Hopefully we can get some traction and move on up here. If you guys like this, I would be a buyer here. If you guys like LEU, so I'd be looking at that. LTBR, I loaded up in the $6 and whatever cent range. I told everyone here, like, if it gets back here, this would be a good spot for the retest. I bought the retest down here. It came down and it was coming back up, and I bought it at like 650 or something like that. And it's been moving on up. Maybe it was a lucky call. I don't know. But I own it. I'm holding on to it. I'm not doing anything. And the reason I bought it, if you guys want to know, on this big long-term picture, we have massive volume coming in here. Massive. Absolutely massive. We've got a huge downtrend line. And this downtrend line's being broken. It's doing a retest on it. And I looked at it and said, I'm going to put some money in this. It looks like something I want to do. ISENF, still in this little sideways pattern going on. Get this out of here. Almost like a reverse butterfly type deal here. But I'm not doing anything with it at the moment, but it looks okay. Appy Energy doing a little bit of reversal. Kind of candlestick today, but you know what? I'm not doing anything with it. I'm just going to hold on, guys. Hold on to this as it goes back and forth, and eventually we'll revert higher, I think. DNN, nice little bullish engulfing pattern on the weekly candlestick basis. It's starting to come a little bit sideways. Let's see if we can get some momentum to turn on up. This is a pretty large pattern here where we went into an ascending wedge. So I don't know if we're going to kind of come back and go in a big consolidation period or something. We'll see. We've got Blue Sky Uranium. Again, we've got this big kind of ascending type wedge pattern. It definitely looks like one we have a bullish engulfing weekly candlestick there. And we're kind of just chopping sideways. Hopefully we can get some momentum to the upside and break back up into Blue Sky Uranium. Forum Energy Metals. Daily candlestick, bullish engulfing down here. I would be a buyer down here of Forum Energy Metals. On a weekly candlestick, it looks a little more bearish, though, because we've got lots of downside selling pressure. We're struggling to come on up. We have a battle going on right now. We have a battle going on down here. Lots of momentum, bullish engulfing. Let's look at the shorter term. Man, it doesn't look bad. I would sprinkle myself. I'd sprinkle a little bit in here, just a teeny bit. And if we get lower prices, I'd buy more. If we get higher prices, I'd hold on. Laramide's still kind of in its downward movement here. A little bit of an update today, 3.11%. It's still chopping sideways. We got to get a little bit more momentum to the upside before me declaring any sort of win on this. Gosh, I got all these candlesticks in there. I'll fix that later. So that's what we've got for today. I would say the African crew looks really good. My little Banny and little Govy is looking good. I think the sector, if Sprott Uranium Trust can break to the upside, I'm going to say that's a huge win, and we're going to see ourselves go up, much higher, and it's going to feel our accounts will like us going a lot higher. A lot of the other ones that are lagged behind, they're at least coming down, and they're starting to turn sideways. We are starting to see some bullish engulfing patterns on a lot of these candlesticks for the Athabasca area. I would be a buyer of it. I bought the African crew. They're showing bullish engulfings. I would be buying the Athabasca crew. The American crew, like URG, UUU, and all those, they're a little bit lagged, but they're starting to turn sideways. And then the LTBR and LEU, they look good. They look like they're breaking their patterns to the upside. I'd probably be doing a little bit of sprinkling in there if you guys like those. But again, guys, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. Do your own due diligence. Make sure whatever you're doing works for you. If you guys like this analysis, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.